Looking like a cow.
I already did the countdown, man.
I didn't even see it. I can't see it.
Yeah, we can't see the screen.
Oh, the light. I should
Move the light.
I was like, I can't see the screen.
Oh, there we go. Man, that should look crispy.
That nigga really look like y'all somewhere else.
For real.
What?
Y'all really look like y'all somewhere else. All right, let's run this countdown again.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? We here today with a new show. It's titled Thank Me Later Podcast. I'm here today, your host, Ronnie, with my girl, sex coach that specializes in sex, right?
Yes.
Camila.
Hi.
Introduce
Camila.
yourself to the people. So, I want to know how we got here, okay? Obviously, I know, but let's let the people know how we got here. How we got to this point where you're on a podcast for your first time, your first go around.
How did we get here? I think my ridiculous antics that have finally, became a fruitation.
Yeah.
Just saying what I feel or thinking. I just say it out loud and it seems to be a winner. So, I mean, let's do it.
But specifically, though, we talking about sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We talking about
Sex.
fucking. We talking about
Here you
all
go.
those. Yes, here the fuck I go. We talking about sexy and fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how did we get to this sensitive topic? Because a lot of people fuck, but they're afraid to talk about it. Am I not right?
No, that's true. I really don't understand why people are afraid to talk about it, being that we all do it.
Like a motherfucker.
I mean, there's some people that don't partake.
Ooh.
It's a real
People
thing.
that can't, maybe.
Can't, don't
Right.
want to. Some people just don't have that desire. But I mean, for the most part, we all doing it. So
Right.
I don't see why we don't talk about it more.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, there's so many different things. It's elements like some people grew up religious, right? So
Right.
it was taboo to, we all know we were, as niggas, we was thinking about getting some pussy in the 7th grade or 8th grade, but we knew that we couldn't because some of us knew that we couldn't express that out loud because of parents and all that other stuff. It was something that they avoid telling us about. So we all end up doing it any fucking way. But
No, for sure.
that's where it starts. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about it young, and then as adults, it'll be two people that fuck. And
Don't know what they're doing.
yes, or no, they don't even know how to get it started.
And that's the thing. I feel like we should start talking younger. Not necessarily. It doesn't have to be in like this
In the context
nasty.
Yeah.
You know, it's just basically introducing certain things because you know children are going to be presented with that, and
Right.
those hormones are going to start coming in. And it's like we don't want them to do anything, but then it's like, why do we not want? Like we were all there.
Right.
We know what we thought, what we went through, and so
Right.
like I have 2 children, and my oldest, like he is 11, and so like before he comes up to that, we kind of like brought it up and then like had a conversation, and like I let him know that when we're in the house together, he can talk to me about anything.
Right.
Like it's open space, feel free, so that he's not getting the wrong information from his friends,
Right.
or from the internet, especially now that kids have more access to internet than we did as kids.
Right.
So we didn't look it up. I mean, we were at night waiting for HBO.
Yeah. For real. HBO.
Like, what was it, USA
Or-
up all
or
night?
If you had an antenna, it had like a little glitch. Like if you flip a channel back, you would like get some shit. I forgot it was something like that on OTV.
Yeah, like there was I forgot what it was called, but it was basically like taboo stuff.
Yeah.
And so at night, I know my parents would fall asleep, and I'd be sitting there waiting for it.
Howard Stern or some shit you gonna
See, I've
see
never
crazy.
watched Howard Stern.
Oh, that nigga had butt naked ass motherfuckers on there walking around. I mean, of course they blurted some out, but they weren't blurting the whole thing out. Like,
So you were just like,
yeah, as a 15-year-old,
kid, you're like, let me get that
12-year-old, you're like, shit,
Miss
that's enough for
Slim.
me. Right, exactly. Or Jerry Springer or some shit. You ever watch Jerry
oh
Springer?
yeah, they would be falling over and they could just be hanging out.
Yeah,
Like, how you just come with no underwear on TV? Like that's quite a bit, you know.
Fighting titties.
You knew what you was doing. I ain't gonna wear no bra, I ain't gonna wear no panties,
Man.
and then I'm just gonna be falling all over this
Everything's
like.
spilling out. Everything's spilling out. Steve ass crazy. I was grabbing titties and shit, trying to pull them apart. His nasty ass over there enjoying that shit too much.
I mean, he's like, I'm getting paid and I'm grabbing titties.
Man, come on.
I mean,
see, you got the best job.
It ain't a bad gig.
It ain't a bad gig. It ain't a bad gig.
So, yeah, I just think sex is such a natural thing. Animals do it. Like, animals don't stop doing shit because we around. So I don't understand why we're so complicated or we put these things in such a box that they can't be discussed.
Right.
And I feel like if you talk to your kids younger, like you kind of build that trust with them, and so you want them to be able to come to you like, I never went to my parents about shit.
Right, exactly.
And then you'd be out there and stuff would happen, or you would go through stuff, and it's just like, if I knew I could talk to my parents, like it would have been a lot easier.
I'm telling you, just simple as like, my parents didn't say shit about like sex or anything like that, like nothing at all. So I got a 12-year-old son now. I know about the age. You start wanting, you know what I'm saying? You start noticing shit. You probably start getting hard, all that shit. So I told my son straight up, like, nigga, it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a point where when you see a girl, your shit going to rock up. He was like, what? I was like, man, I'm just letting you know. Like, I'm letting you know what's about to happen. That's natural. Don't get scared when that happens. Don't think you're being weird. But if that happens, that means you're attracted to women. I told him that straight up. So I'm glad like I was able to do that because I just I think it's important to do that, to prepare them. Why not prepare?
Why not prepare? If somebody prepared us, we would have been so much better off.
Right, exactly.
Or not scared to deal with stuff. And I feel like it would build a lot of trust amongst, kids and their parents. So I think that's like just important to start out with is like everybody's gonna have sex.
Right.
At some point in time you're gonna be attracted to someone.
Yeah.
And to know those things ahead of time, like to talk, with your kid about it so that, okay, this could happen. Like, I think that's very good that you said that to your son. Like, now he's not going to be like, oh, shit, something's wrong. Or even like, people, oh, it's so nasty, but periods. Like, my son knows that women have periods.
Yeah.
If you date a girl, she's probably going to have a period. Yeah. And so I'm like, don't make her feel weird. Yeah. And, if anything, I'm like, now he'll know. Like, if he sees a girl in a situation, he'll be more likely like, hey, you want me to go get you something? I know my mom and my sister have this.
Right.
Don't trip. I got you. And it's not, you literally change that girl's moment.
Right.
Because that could really go up or down.
And you could make fuck her up or boost her up, like you said.
Right. And it's like, why not choose the latter? Because you would rather be boosted than downplayed. So I think that's important. Even my youngest, she knows what her period is.
Yeah.
Not like obviously she's on experience anytime soon, but then again, she might. Shit, all these damn hormones they're pumping in the kids.
Man, 7, 8.
Right, like I was like, dang, like there's third graders having periods. That like blows my mind.
That happened to me when I was a kid. One of my mom's friends' daughter started her period at like 9, and
like that was probably terrifying.
Yeah, but for her, for sure. For me, my mom made me clean it up because she was doing some of my hair. So I'm like, what?
You were like,
get what up? She was like, go clean up that blood. I was like, Mom, why can't she clean it up? I understand why now. My mom was probably thinking she's freaking out. Let her go. Yeah. Clean herself up. And
I remember when I started mine, I thought I just had some bad Taco Bell. Not Taco Bell, actually. It was rolled tacos in San Diego. We had little, like the barrel.
That sounds bomb. And
I was just like, I got a stomach ache. And I went and laid down and my cousin was worried about me. He was like, are you all right? I was like, I just think it was some bad tacos. But then come to find out it was that, and.
See, that's crazy. I got 2 daughters, as you know, and I had to deal with both of their periods coming in, and luckily, I'm blessed to say that they were both mature. And my first daughter was like, she just called me. It was like, Dad, it happened. I instantly knew what she was talking about. I was like, you got some equipment? She said, I'm cool for right now, but I'm gonna need something for tomorrow. My ass went to the store. Was looking around, didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Some lady seen me there, was like, man, you look like you need some help. I was like, shit, I do.
You're like,
Yeah, she was like, here, go get this. How big is your daughter? I told her and she hooked it up. So my second daughter, she kind of cried and freaked out. But, not having somebody talk to them or something talk about your own body, that's a disadvantage for you, right?
It is a disadvantage. It definitely puts you at a disadvantage. So like even like sex education that they have in school, I feel like it needs to be upgraded.
Yeah.
Because it's like you get these birds and the bees like bullshit talk. And I'm like, and that was like another thing too. Like the girls talk is like, it makes it sound like it's about to be like a fucking beautiful thing. You're becoming a woman.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I was like, yeah, I'm about to be a woman.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want this. Take this shit back.
Right.
But that's the kind of like way they put it off at school is like, oh, you're blossoming. And I'm like, this don't feel like a fucking blossom. This feels like a death fucking sentence.
Right.
For the rest of my life, like. And then I found out menopause is like years long.
Oh man.
I thought it was just like, it happened, your period ended, and then it was just like done.
Shit.
Nah, it's a whole fucking cycle and years, and I was like, and then you can still sometimes have a period. I was like, what the fuck?
See, that's that blood shit. Oh, that shit freaked me out, man. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you and blood.
Me and blood.
You and blood, I forget.
Woo. Woo. Man, I'm about to change the subject. Oh my god.
You and this
what? We was having a conversation about herpes the other day.
Correct.
Right? You was in school to me that a lot of people have herpes. Let's talk about this herpes shit. I want these people to hear these facts about what herpes is and, how it's passed around and how it's
what we were just saying is like how we basically make cold sores like not a big deal. Everybody gets cold sores. Nobody trips on it. But the fact of the matter is, if he or she has a cold sore on their lip and kisses your below the belt lips or such, you can get herpes.
Motherfucker. See, I had somebody that had one, and this was
years
ago.
Well, first of all, I'm not kissing anybody with cold sores.
I didn't even see it though. It was in the dark until
See,
the next day. I was like, oh,
that's
you got one of them? You got some shit on your lip, got some shit on your lip. You didn't tell me.
Wait. How did you end up in the dark and not know what she looks like? I need to know that part.
I was crossfaded.
I love how you like trying to skip past it. Wait a second.
I was crossfaded, okay? I was crossfaded. I smoke weed. I don't drink a lot, but I drank that night. You kicking with somebody, you drinking, so okay. I was a little faded,
So were you faded prior?
I get faded off.
You were faded. Okay.
So all it took was a little taste, and I was just like.
So you was at a new level.
Yeah. So I wasn't paying attention.
Well, but obviously since that encounter, have you gotten tested?
Oh yeah.
And so you're good. So
yeah, I just freaked me out.
But yeah, like no, it can happen, and it's like most people can have it and not pass it because if not an outbreak or something like that. But I just find it so crazy how like one is like vilified. You're like, oh my god, that's so disgusting. You're nasty.
Right.
And then the one on your lip is just kind of like, oh well.
Right.
No, it's the same shit. So yeah, I mean, they say a lot of people have it, and they don't have to. What is it? They don't have to disclose it to you, like how HIV or AIDS you have to disclose that. I don't believe you have to disclose.
There's no. Damn.
Nope.
Y'all go get tested, see if y'all got herpes, man. I swear to God, man. Because we need to stop passing around that shit, okay?
Yes, please go get tested. First of all, let's not just go get tested. You should be tested at least every 6 months.
Yeah, every 6 months.
If you're going raw, you don't know who your partner's doing, so you need to maybe go sooner. Unless, you're in a committed, trusted relationship, But that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
I was going to say, hold on. What the fuck is a committed, trusted relationship? Fuck that. We're going to talk about that. What the fuck is a committed, trusted relationship? Because really, honestly, if people want to be real, you only going off what that person's saying.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you don't really know. I mean, it's not saying you have no idea what that person's doing. They're only doing what they're telling you you're doing. And you have to believe it because that's what a faith is, right?
Basically, that's some faith.
Yeah, you gotta have some faith in the person.
She goes tested.
How the fuck you really know what person is really doing what if they hiding their shit right?
Yeah, you don't. You don't know. It is definitely faith. I mean, because what else is it? I mean, yeah, you can go get tested, and obviously there's faith that test is going to come back negative.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, I mean, where do you go from there?
Right.
I mean, because if you get tested, you test positive for anything.
Right.
Now you either go forward, you gotta tell this person, but regardless, it's too late in that instance.
Right.
So even if you had faith.
Right.
I don't know, what do you do? I guess obviously we know a lot of STIs are curable.
Yeah.
So you're not stuck. But I mean, at the same time, as long as somebody doesn't have an outbreak with herpes, you should be good. And now, I know there's HIV medication that people take to suppress their that, so that they can't pass it.
Okay.
So I mean, there's different things, but it's still obviously you still want to be proactive in that. The idea of any STI or whatever, because it can do like damage to your organs too,
Yeah,
depending on what you have and how long you have it. Yeah.
Right, you ain't about to fuck my organs up, so
You're like, I'm gonna fuck these up.
I'm
gonna fuck my own organs up with these drains and.
Yes, I'm gonna fuck them up. Alright, it's my shit to fuck up. Okay.
Right. And that's basically, yeah, you definitely have to just go on faith. But that's still scary.
Faith without works is dead, they say, right?
I'm like,
you know what?
But but getting tested is very important, and discussing that with your partner or partners.
I was just gonna say that, or partners.
But I mean, do men, like, obviously I'm married, you're single, so is that like when you meet with a new woman, do you ask them if they've been tested?
Say that again. I didn't hear you. I mean, this is my bad ear.
That's your bad ear. You can be sick like that.
Yeah. I didn't hear that shit.
So, when you're every new partner, do you ask them for papers? I guess is that like you ask for papers, or I mean, I guess now a little screenshot. But then again, I don't have to check the date on that screenshot. Like, how long ago did you screenshot that?
You know what? There is no fucking way in the world if I'm with somebody, we on a couch, I get
big
naked.
black couch.
Yeah, we on the big black couch. I get butt naked, she get butt naked, I'm hard. Hold on 1 second. Let me ask for your papers real quick. Hell no, I ain't asking for no papers.
So then, when do you ask?
See, that's a good question.
Like, then we need to figure out, when do you ask? Like, when is the proper time to say, hey, before we go any further, I want to make sure I know I'm clean. Are you clean? And if I feel like if they get offended or bothered by that, then I don't want to have sex with you.
So then, I mean, what if somebody tell you they clean? I mean, you hide.
No, everybody says I can.
And they get a fake paper or some shit like this. I mean, people bootleg everything. You know, niggas be bootlegging everything. I don't mean niggas by me people, not just black people, but people be bootlegging every fucking thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So how you
God,
know
that's stressful.
You feel me? So that's why I don't ask for it, because I'm like, how do I even know that shit is real?
But I mean, why would somebody fake it? Are you saying like if they had like something that's uncurable?
No, or just being lazy. I don't feel like going to go get that in case somebody asks.
It really is not like like if you that lazy that you just fake some health papers or screenshots, like that's quite intense. That's like a lot of work.
I've heard of some shit like that, not like that, but
like I don't even know,
shit.
like I don't even know how to bootleg regular shit. Like, I'm not trying to bootleg my papers.
So ask for papers. Okay.
Ask for papers. I mean, or, I think that needs to be a discussion or a conversation.
I mean, that's if.
At some point in time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not out there, like, getting around like that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't out there two-pocking, you know what I'm saying? I don't get around, you know what I'm saying? I stay in one spot.
But you don't know if she's staying in one spot.
That's true.
I'm just saying, you don't.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're being safe.
Wait, who is she?
Whoever.
I'm playing.
Whoever you fucking, you need to make sure she out there being safe as well.
Absolutely. That's why I strap up.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone.
You know what? Yes, fuck that. Segue.
Leave that alone.
Segue. What was about the turtles? Oh, okay.
I'm not. I didn't say anything.
It's a thing with kissing, right? Kissing during sex. Why does it seem so awkward? In both cases, there's married people, there's people that fuck, not a friends with benefits type thing.
Right.
There's relationships people, and there's one night stands. It seems in all of the above outside of marriage, no one likes to kiss. Why is it like, what's the point? So I heard of the reasons, okay, it's more intimate when you're in a relationship, or
but I don't know, that's like,
so
that's a weird thing.
But then they'll suck your dick. Or I don't know if you're out there and you're going to eat a pussy. So you're telling me her pussy is cleaner than her mouth? Like, or is one to the other? Like,
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I prefer to kiss. I like kissing. So, like, I feel like I don't think I've ever been with anybody that we didn't kiss first.
Wow.
Like, I've never not kissed the person I was with. Ever.
Wow. And like, I'm not talking about just relationships. I'm talking about fucks. All fucks that you had.
Every person that I've ever had sex with, we kissed. Prior to having sex.
What? That's crazy.
Every time.
I could count off. I mean, yeah.
Like, how do you, like, I don't understand. So, okay, so that is the question. So, you're having sex. So, if you're not, you're just fucking. How do you just get to fucking, like, what do you do to skip kissing? Like, I just really don't know. Like, are you just like, and we're having sex.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yes,
it.
that's like if you could tell, okay, if a female want to kiss you, you could tell if she's one of one, like you get that vibe and that energy. You know, like you can feel it, the movements. You know what I'm saying? If she's affectionate, if she's gonna get close to you when you're laying down, or how you guys are vibing in the moment, you could tell what type of person they are. So then you go for the kiss, then they start like backing up, trying to like you could tell like, oh, okay.
But I'm saying like I don't understand. Like I literally don't get.
I don't get it either. That's what I'm trying. I'm asking you like, what the fuck is the deal? Like
how do you?
You want me to go straight to the titty? You want me to go straight to
right? Like, are you just like here? Like what?
Right.
Like I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. I've never not kissed.
Yeah.
Like we've always kissed.
Yeah.
And then it's like a gradual like go down.
Yeah, exactly. That's
it's not like.
What's the reservation for it though? Like what makes sense?
But I don't know. I like to kiss.
You ever
so
talk to any friends that has reservations?
No, I have a friend. We should call her. What's that?
What's that?
What is it? What is it on the freaking show that you used to like call somebody in?
Right.
She says she doesn't like kissing. Like she actually sent me an article the other day about it. That like almost 50% of Americans don't like kissing. And I was like, that's like almost half. And I'm just like, how do y'all have sex?
Without the warm up.
With like I don't understand. Like, what do you do? I literally need somebody. That's what I need. Somebody to tell me, like, how you go from hello, how you doing? Bam, we're having sex.
Right.
But there was no like, even if you were to just give each other like, okay, you give head.
Right.
I still don't understand how you just didn't kiss.
Because then you say, okay, they didn't kiss him for a specific reason. So why the fuck you fucking somebody you don't want to kiss? If you disgusted by that part of it, why are you letting them fuck you or fucking them? Like that would make no sense.
To me, right? Well, to us, but obviously there's nearly 50% of Americans that
disagree. I would like to hear that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to take a poll. We're gonna have to set up a poll, and we're gonna have some people calling in and weigh in on that.
Yeah, because I really don't understand. Like, how do you get from one to the next without kissing? Like,
right.
Because like you used to do, like, okay, so I'm just trying to think. I've been out, and we meet, we kiss, we go back to the room, we kiss more, and then it's like a gradual go down.
Right.
So, like, where did you just go to the room?
Right.
Like, even when you're out, like, how do you, like, okay, if you had a one night stand, you're just like, hello, nice to meet you. How are you?
Bang, bang,
and then we're just, like, usually it's the kiss that's like, oh, I might get laid tonight.
No, it's straight to it. Like, so, that's what I'm saying.
What's this? I don't know. I really, this is,
it's a transition.
What is the transition for a person that does not kiss first? But you said you've not kissed females.
Yes.
So what did you do? Like, how did you get to having sex then?
It was a couple of different ways. You know what I'm saying?
I need them.
So one of them, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't even expecting to have sex with this girl. And, you know, we was just on the couch and she started, like, grinding on me. And then, I swear to God, she turned over and started sucking my dick. Like.
So never kissed, just.
No.
Grinded,
went straight to that. And I was just like.
Okay.
Jesus, like, for real? I mean,
did you feel taken advantage of?
Nah, that shit was good.
Oh. I mean, you're
I was straight with it, but I was like, you know, what happened to that? You know what I'm saying? And then she ended up telling me that she don't like kissing, and I was like, oh, okay. I left it alone. I didn't say nothing else.
So did you cuddle her afterwards?
Yeah, I think I had to go to sleep. I should be on fire.
You had to go night.
Yeah, I went to sleep for like 2-3 hours and got up and got on. But, you know, that's yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah, no kissing. Like, it was a gang of just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't.
So did you guys see each other again?
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically like that's how
I never kissed her. I think we probably slept together like 10 times. Never kissed her.
Was that weird to you?
Yeah, it was. It was like,
yeah. She had small lips.
No,
I remember you said that.
Yeah. No, she had some full ones. She had some nice ones. That's why I was mad. I'm like, what the fuck, man? How come I can't touch the goddamn lips? Why does my dick get to touch the lips, but I can't touch the lips? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man.
See, and that, yeah, I'm a lip biter too, so that's like,
man.
Like, I'm like,
man, that like help your stroke and everything. I'm like, oh, missing out. Like, you doing that shit. Like, the stroke is gonna feel better for you. I'm trying to help you. Okay? I'm trying to please. You feel me? Like, what the fuck is going on?
That's so interesting.
Like,
yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, it literally in my head, it just, like I said, I've never I've never had sex without kissing first, like ever.
Right. Exactly.
Like usually that's what makes me want to have sex with you.
Exactly.
Like I can literally go kissing, sex,
Exactly.
penetration, like boom.
It gets everything
I can
started.
skip over the
All
oral
shit.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kissing, penetration, boom.
Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah. No, that's.
You know what? That's a perfect segue. You just said something. I've talked to a gang of females that don't care for oral sex. Why is it females don't care for oral sex? My guess is that niggas don't know how to do it. So tell me what it is.
Oh,
Tell
so
me if
you're
I'm
saying
wrong.
like girls getting oral sex, like receiving?
They don't like receiving because I guess all these years of getting whack oral sex, they just like, fuck it, y'all know how to do that shit. And are many girls only going half gay for that experience so they can get a girl to
I mean, I definitely have heard that women eat pussy better than men.
Yeah.
Like, hands down, I've always heard that no matter what they say, dudes don't eat pussy like girls. But I've not experienced my pussy being ate by a girl, so I cannot say yes or no to that. But I don't know, it just not. I like really just prefer penetration. Like, it'll be good. I've come from it, like, but I just prefer penetration. But that's another segue into the fact that some women don't orgasm from penetration. So I was like, yes, I got that blessing. Thank you, because I can orgasm from penetration. Where some women have to be oral, like stimulation on the outside. They have to have clitoral stimulation.
You know what? I'm gonna say that's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you.
It's not.
No, it is. I'm gonna tell you.
It's not.
Oh, it is.
No, it's literally scientifically proven.
This science has been broken.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You can't say that, but okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna
tell me how it is. Tell me.
You don't know how many females that I've run across that said that they've never had an orgasm or they can't orgasm from penetration. They do it with me, so maybe it's the partner. Maybe a motherfucker don't know what they're doing.
But that's what I said. It's not necessarily. Well, no. From what I was reading, it did say that some people just don't have penetration, like orgasm penetration, but they can orgasm with like clitoral stimulation and penetration.
Right.
But it's still not like
from directly from that.
Yeah, like it's like there's still more added. Like so, like for me, like you don't even have to touch my clit,
right?
And I can penetrate from. I can orgasm from penetration.
Right.
But I guess like some women can't. I mean, so there's like different things that like people are saying that there's like because there's like a O shot or something like that. I think that's the name of it, or G shot. But like I guess you can get like a plumper kind of like a woman can get like it's a surgical thing or non-surgical. And so I guess it kind of like makes that area plumper so that they can have like a penetration stimulation.
Damn, that's crazy. Wow.
But just like this, the clit isn't just like there's like the clit, that's the head, and then there's like a whole thing behind it. Like so that's where like the inside and it touches and stuff like that.
Right.
But the only job of the clitoris is to orgasm. That's it. Like it has no other job. There's no like. So it goes back to the idea earlier, you know, like sexuality, how we are always like, oh, you know, let's not talk about it.
Right.
The clitoris is literally there just to orgasm.
Right.
Nothing else at all.
Right.
So why would we not? We are meant to have sex. That's literally its only job. Another job, it doesn't help bring the baby. It doesn't. You don't pee out of it. Like it's literally just for orgasm. Like at least with your penis, like you obviously penis has what you do. You pee.
Jobs,
that's what. Yeah, like it has multiple jobs.
Yeah.
Your penis, but literally the clitoris' only job.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's the orgasm.
Damn, I never thought about it like that.
So, why?
Damn, that's a good question. That's another poll we gotta take. I want to talk about something that I've had a conversation with you off air and others. This is an uncomfortable topic that no one wants to touch on. Because
now you make me scared. I'm like, what is
nobody wants to tell the truth about it. I'm talking about just the idea of being in a true monogamous relationship. Monogamy and how real is it? How real is monogamy? I mean, we obviously people go physically and they are monogamous physically. But every person has a brain. everybody has an imagination. Everybody has lustful thoughts, and there's not one person on this fucking earth that is attracted to one person. That's what I believe. I mean, people might slurping down all day. No, I only see my husband. He's the only cute guy. You a motherfucking liar.
Oh, they must.
I only see my wife. She's the only cute. You a fucking liar. Stop it.
Shit, your wife sees other people.
Yeah,
Shit.
so that's what I'm saying. So in your head, everyone has lustful thoughts in their head. Everyone has some things that are going on in their head. So if people go by the Bible's perspective, the Bible says, you know, and I'm paraphrasing this scripture. Don't get mad at me, you Bible scholars. It says something of the nature of what's done in your heart or mind. One of them is done out loud, or something of that nature. So basically, if you're thinking about it, it's already done.
Too late.
You've done it already. So you're just as bad by mentally fucking somebody as you are physically fucking somebody. So with that being said, how is monogamy real, or is monogamy real?
I mean, from my research on it, or my opinion now, I guess, whatever you want to call it.
And where did it come from? Sorry. Both of those.
Well, I'm not sure where monogamy came from, but I know that it's not a natural thing. It's more of a forced thing that we do. But like you said, most of the time if we see somebody walking, we've already fucked them.
Right.
So, I mean, you know, there's people that say that they don't like that they're like emotional cheating is worse than actually physically cheating, but I don't really understand. I mean, if you're gonna say cheating is cheating, then all of it's bad.
Yeah.
But if you're like, okay, well, physically this isn't this, then obviously it doesn't really matter.
Right.
I feel like people want that idea, like the idea. Yeah, it sounds great for the rest of my life.
Yes.
Me and you are gonna be monogamous, and we're gonna love each other, and we're gonna do everything with each other, and everything I need, you fulfill that. Right. But even the idea of this, we all have friends that we talk to. Like, you know, they say, you know, you have your guy friends, you have your girlfriends, whatever. But you go to your friends and they fulfill something.
Yes, exactly.
Like they fulfill something that your spouse or whatever, your significant other didn't feel. Right. Not in a bad way.
Right.
But they're feeling something. So I just feel like it's kind of the same thing with monogamy. One person can't fill everything for you.
Right.
Because even in just your like normal day, you have different people that feel different needs.
Right. Facts.
Whatever it may be. I mean, even if somebody's religious, they go to church to be fulfilled by the pastor.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're saying you know, there's no such thing. If you're gonna be monogamous, then your husband or your girlfriend or whatever should be fulfilling your religious needs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that obviously that's not. You have to get different teachings, different learnings. You learn different things from different people. So every person that you're in contact with is technically a relationship, right. Regardless if you want to call it a relationship or not. It's a relationship. So I just feel like everybody, you get fulfilled from different things from everybody.
Right.
So I mean, technically, I'm cheating with you know what I mean? Like you're cheating with everybody if that's something that your spouse or your girlfriend or whatever is not fulfilling.
Right.
But I don't know. Monogamy is not a natural thing. We look out. I mean, you can look into nature and you see that animals aren't monogamous. It's more about procreation.
Yeah.
And then they do whatever they want.
Hence the reason why. So I always think about this. There's a lot of men that get caught bad men when they cheat. They get caught cheating. But prior to that, let's take off the thought of cheating and them getting caught cheating. This man was, he makes cool, decent money or good money. He's a family man, take care of the kids. The wife is happy. He's spending time with her. She's loving everything. Everything is going good. Everything in life is good. He's a great man. Okay. The second he get caught cheating, he an ain't shit nigga because he got caught cheating. So my defense to that is, okay, I've always thought, like, why does a whole nigga get thrown away now that a whole family get broken up because he was caught cheating? Let's think back to the beginning of time. Let's go all the way back to the Bible days.
Okay.
I could have sworn in some of those old stories that a lot of those guys had multiple wives or concubines. I could have sworn that Father Abraham had many sons, and many sons had Father Abraham. I could have sworn that it was always a struggle for a man ever since then. Like they say, nothing's the same. God is the same yesterday as he was today. That's another scripture in there. The world is saying there's nothing new under the sun. Another scripture, and there's nothing new under the sun. So if y'all thought that men struggled Then now they struggled then. You think they gonna stop struggling now to be with one woman? It's in a man's nature to want multiple women. Like no matter how good the nigga is it's in his nature. That's in the man. So don't throw the whole nigga away and say he a bad nigga. Like it's a lot of women are single. A lot of great women are single because of that cheating thing. They just or that man that want multiple women, and some men don't even fuck them all. A lot of men like to just talk to a bunch of women. So it's like that one thing is preventing a lot of women from getting men because they're not going to find that perfect nigga that they're looking for. They're not.
But nobody. That's the thing. Nobody. Everybody. We're all made imperfect. So I don't know. I feel like even when we hear that. So obviously growing up, that was always like a thing. It was like, oh, if he could cheat, I can't you. Blah blah blah. But everybody that I know got cheated on. Like that was older. They're still married.
That was older.
Like older. Like your parents or. People,
aunties and shit.
Aunties and friends of like my aunties or whatever. Like I would remember being little and obviously you hear you dropping, right. But you hear and oh so and so did this but the next thing you know they're still together. Nothing's changed. And I mean I think some women are changed. Like they don't feel comfortable or whatever. And so I mean you will get that too. But that at the end of the day I think nobody's perfect. And I think a lot of people show that by when we see them talking all this, like, oh, I'm going to leave so-and-so, and then they don't leave so-and-so, because they realize, like, I'm going to go back into this field, and he may not be doing, the 4 things. Okay, he did these 4 things, right. And this 5th thing is bad, right. But then I might go get a dude, and all 4 things is bad, right. And he don't cheat. But he don't do this.
Garbage at everything else.
Right, like, I'm just like.
Now you just traded in a Lexus for a Buick. Like, that's what you're doing. You got this good.
And I'm not saying like, oh yes, women just stay there. And you know what I'm saying? You have to make a decision on what you want to do.
Yeah.
What you're willing to do it.
Right. You go back into the field and like, okay, you said, they say all niggas ain't shit. So you got this one nigga that cheated once, or you got a once in a while cheating problem. Whatever the case is. Whatever the fuck it is. And
not a once in a while cheating.
You know what I'm saying? You get with this nigga, you get rid of the once in a while cheater, then you go with another nigga. Once in a while cheating, meaning like
just every now and then.
Every now and then, you know what I'm saying? It happens, and maybe you know what I'm saying, and then you go into the field and get a new nigga, and then you get cheated on again,
or multiple times,
or
like if I'm cheating regardless,
right? Or he whooped your ass, or he don't got this or that, or whatever else. Is
right
so
now, y'all both living in his mom's basement.
Thank you. So it's the 80-20 rule. Like that rule is real. Like
80-20.
What you gonna do?
How you eat too? 80-20. Across life. 80-20.
80-20. You only gonna get 4 out of 5 things, man. Okay? Don't expect to get everything that you want out of a fucking relationship or a man or a woman. You ain't.
No, but you aren't anyway. Shit, like, people are always like, oh, like you can't love somebody until you love yourself. But at the same time, I'm like, shit. You be with yourself, like, I can't fucking stand me sometimes. Like, I don't want to be. Can we, like, separate? I need a break from myself.
Yeah, facts.
You want breaks from yourself, like your own inner thoughts. Like I'd be like, damn, you shut up, like right. And so how can you expect so much from somebody else,
right?
And you don't give yourself that same, like, okay, I'm a 4 out of 5. Right. I give myself 4 out of 5 as like myself,
right.
How can I expect you to give me a 5 out of 5?
That's facts. Expectations is unrealistic.
They are, and you're always going to. Whenever I feel like you have expectation, you're always going to end up being
for sure.
Failed.
Exactly.
Because nothing's gonna. You don't even live up to your own expectation.
It don't work out like that.
It doesn't.
You be an adult. You plan your life a certain way as a kid.
You know what you're talking about.
This way, that way. You got a vision for all of that shit, not knowing that shit is not gonna. Not saying you're not gonna reach your goal, but it's not gonna happen the way you think it is.
At all.
Motherfucker, like you about to take some detours.
You might fall off
the mountain. You might fucking die. You might not even get there. But you know what I'm saying? The journey is real. Like it's different. So how do you expect a person? We expect when we get married, you sign it that lease that we sign that papers.
Which that's just a contract anyway. All you're doing is making the government aware.
Right. So you sign that, and then you expect perfection.
Yeah.
And then you expect this motherfucker better deliver everything possible. You better do everything right. You better not fuck up. You better not do anything. Like, come on. Like, I think that's just unrealistic. I think relationships, marriages, all that shit will last more if people start being more real with themselves. And that's why the fuck we here on the big black goddamn couch. You know what I'm saying? So We got a lot coming to y'all this season. This is the first fucking episode of the Thank Me Later podcast. I'm your host, Ronnie, with my partner, with my co-host, with Camila. You know what I'm saying? We here today. I want you guys to go follow our YouTube channel, Politicking Broadcasting. Go ahead and like us on the audio platform, which is Politicking Radio. We're on all audio, Google, Spotify, audio, Apple, audio platforms. We're on all that. Go ahead and check out our blog, thepolitickinforum.com, where we got latest articles, interviews, write-ups, anything entertainment, sports-wise. I'm your host, Ronnie. Thank you for the podcast.